Hi, I'm Joe Yucha, and we're asking, where's the math? And once again, the answer is, it's in the shop. We're going to talk about fractions right now. Fractions are one of the most basic building tools we have. We use fractions whenever we build anything. And most of the time, we use fractions to measure. So we have all kinds of measuring tools. We have a framing square, we have a combination square, and they all have different types of rulers along their edges. We have a basic tape measure. We have a box rule that does all kinds of things. And we have a speed square. We even have a set of vernier calipers, and this can measure to hundredths of an inch, which I'll show you is pretty fine measurement tool. So fractions are the basic measurement tool that we use, or the basic math tool we use when we're measuring, I should say. And so what is a fraction? Well, you can say that a fraction fractions are equal parts of a whole, okay? And that's kind of hard to understand sometimes. So I'd rather say, how do we make a fraction? How do we make fractions? Well, in the shop, we use a lot of sandpaper, to sand and finish the boat, get all that done. And a lot of the times, we have to cut the sheets of sandpaper. You don't just use a whole sheet of sandpaper. So you have to divide the sandpaper up. And you divide it into equal parts. So I can fold it this way. And I've made it into two parts. Halves. I can fold it into halves. I can fold that again. And I can make it into 4 equal parts. That's quarters, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Or, if I'm really tricky, I can kind of do what's called an accordion fold and fold it into 3 parts. And these aren't quite equal, because I'm not quite good enough at this. But that 3 parts would be thirds. 1, 2, 3. So a fraction is made when you take a whole something, whether it's a piece of sandpaper, whether it's a foot, whether it's an inch, and you divide it into equal parts. You can even take a candy bar and divide it into equal parts in order to be able to share it, and you're using fractions.